Hello everyone, bringing you another Black 2 White 2 battle. It's not an NU, it's a Mixtier battle against a guy called Shadowpheonix, and can I just say that I'm really happy with the amount of comments I got on my last video. I think I got about 7, well I got 9, but 2 of them were me just, replying to people, so that doesn't really count. But yeah, and the likes have been really good as well, so hopefully you can smash that with this battle. So anyway, it's a mixed tier, as I've said, so that's why he's got a couple of OUs, and I just brought my NU team because I really enjoy this NU team. So, anyway, starting off with Rotom Fridge, he's starting off with his Google search engine or something along those lines, and he's going to go for the Scald on myself. I get a free Blizzard, but I miss, because, I'm blind like that. And then he's going to get a Scald and break my sub, and then I'm going to hit the second Blizzard, which is going to do a lot of damage, more than I thought, actually. Then my reason behind this Pain Split was to, just in case he got a crit or a burn, it turns out he gets both. And I was like, what? Seriously? That's the reason why I Pain Splitted, so I could actually live a crit / a burn, so I can Blizzard him off, and then, I'll be able to revenge kill with Pinsir, but it doesn't work like that because, I'm going to go for the attack on Pinsir with X-Scissor. Obviously, I'm not going to kill, but if I did kill because of a crit, that would have been amazing, but I'm not going to. And looking at the amount of health that Swampert has left, that I'm fairly sure that X-Scissor will kill him, but it doesn't. He lives on the smidgen, as NBZ would say, and he's going to kill me with an Ice Beam. So this little fuck phase has killed both of my attackers from both ends of the spectrum of that. Yeah. My Pinsir is my physical attacker and Rotom is my special attacker, as you probably already noticed, and they're like my fastest Pokemon on my team, and they try to do the most damage in a short period of time. But it didn't really work like that, did it? So I've only got my slow Pokemon left, which is unfortunate, which means that Gothitelle here is going to have to sponge his Swoobat's hits. It's setting up on me, which I don't really care about because it's a special wall anyway, so that's why I was fine with staying in. I'm going to go for the T-Wave just to paralyze people, lower that Swoobat's speed down to respectable levels where I'll be able to outspeed next turn, so I do. So I'm going to go for another Calm Mind. Now it's a +4, thank you to the simple ability. Now, knowing this, I don't know what I'm fucking doing because I'm like, well, I know that Psyshock hits him on the defensive side, so why don't I, go for, Psyshocks? But I completely forget that Tickle, because he's got Simple, is going to specially, drop his defense twice, sharply, so that means -2. So I cut him on now, go for the Tickle, and now Psyshocks are going to do more damage. So, anyway, what the fuck I was doing? What the hell? Anyways, get some power hacks. He's going to get some power hacks. I'm going to go for the Psyshock, do a very good chunk of damage, and he's going to go for the Hidden Power Bug, +4, and Gothitelle, the absolute sexy beast of a man, because it is a male after all, is going to live that about half after leftovers, because that +4 as well, which is just absolutely fantastic. I mean, Mantine isn't in this game, so I suppose it can't be really fantastic. So, Gothitelle's going to take out his second Pokemon. How sound is this Pokemon? But anyway, he's going to sound out Pinsir. And what I mean by sound, by the way, is either cool or good. He's a sound person, mate. That means he's a cool, awesome person. So that's what I take it to mean anyway. But obviously other people will disagree. But I know that's just explained to people who have been hearing me say sound a lot and be like, what the fuck is he on about? So anyway, his Pinsir switches out on the X-Scissor, and he actually reveals later that he does have the Earthquake, so I'm guessing that thing's going to be Scarfed or Banded. He did ask if mine was Scarfed, so I'm guessing his is Scarfed. So, but he's going to bring out Sigilif now, and this thing is going to be a pain in my side, a thorn in my side, a bitch in my side, because both of my faster Pokemon, well, I'm not really too sure. I think Sigilif outspeeds all my team, so that's really unfortunate, but at least, if Rotom was alive, then I'll be able to hit it with, a Thunder or a Blizzard or something, but it's not, so I have to live with Swallow, which I'm perfectly fine with, because Acid Sprays are completely negating his stored power boost, because he could go for, Cosmic Powers, get his special defense up and defense up, but because I'm lowering his special defense, that means he's not getting any boosts, which means that his stored power will be doing nothing. So he brings out Earthquake Man, and he's going to go for the Earthquake, or rather Pinsir go for the Earthquake, and now I'm thinking, yeah, he's definitely Scarfed, because he switched out. I get a free Dragon Rush. Now, I could have gone for a Home Claws here, but I was fearing he was going to Psycho Shift the Burn Over, so that's why I just went for the Dragon Rush. I haven't got a hit, but I don't hit the second time. I expect that because I don't have, Wide Lens, and I didn't have any Home Claws boost, and I didn't have a Wide Lens on me, so I expect that to miss, quite a lot of the time, because it's about 70 base accuracy. So I went for the Sing here, because that was a really bad misprediction. I thought he was going to Psycho Shift it over, but even, his Burn Over, and then I'll be able to Sing him, and then that'll be amazing. But I would have missed anyway, even if he did Psycho Shift. So he's got another Cosmic Power. I think he's at +2 now. So he's got 100 base power stab attack, and Yeah, I'm fairly confident Alan Momola will take this like an absolute champion. It does, and I'm going to go for the knockoff just to whack his flame orb off. Because the only way I can kill this is to try and get Manpower to Thunderwave it. So it'd be slower, and then, go from there, Home Claws, and then Dragon Rush the sod into Oblivion. So I'm going to go for the Soak, just so his stored powers don't do as much damage, because, it's not stab anymore. Thank you for me turning him into a water type. And that means that my Psy Shocks will be able to hit him for neutral damage, even though he has a lot of cosmic powers up. He's got about 4 after I switch out into Manpower now. So reserve the wish before I go, and I'm going to get the Regenerator boost. And now that Manpower is sitting pretty at about half, but because he didn't go for an attack or anything, I'm thinking definitely going to get my wish up. So I'm at max HP now. So although he's got like 200 base power, stored power, it's not very effective. It's not stab anymore, and it does absolutely fuck all. So Gothitelle is proving to be an absolute monster. I'm going to go for the Tickle, just to do lower his defense a little bit, so his stored power doesn't do as much. And then I kind of predicted him to go for the Flame Orb, and I was completely fine with that, for the Psycho Shift, so I went for the Thunder Wave, and that turned out amazing. So he can't Psycho Shift it over, but then again, I could just heal Bell the Burn away, and then he can't burn any of my other Pokemon. Sure, he can Paralyze, but I'd rather him Paralyze Altaria, because it's got that natural cure. So anyway, he's going to bring out the Rotom, not wanting to stall me out, but I don't actually have an opportunity to go for the Heal Bell, even though I was talking about it, because he's going to Shadow Ball. I had to choose here. I went for the T-Wave, just to get him Paralyzed, so Altaria can go on a mini sweep, or a mini sweep, I suppose. I don't even know what I'm on about. But I kind of thought, well, there's no point in me heal belling. I might as well go for a Psy Shock, do some more damage to that. Altaria will definitely have a chance of Home Claws and then killing this thing with the Dragon Rush. So he's going to kill me off with another Shadow Ball, which is fine by me. I'm going to bring in Altaria now. I'm going to go for the Home Claws, thinking he might get paralyzed or he might switch out. He doesn't do either, and he's actually going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, which is like, because although I do have the natural cure, I don't really want to be burnt because this is a physical attacking set, and it's gonna make my Dragon Rushes do not as much. As you could see, I'm gonna go for the Dragon Rush, and I'm gonna do not as much as I'd like, but he's gonna get the Power Hacks. So that's kind of the reason why, because Thunder Wave, is like paralyzing everyone, so I'll go first, and then I can flinch people with the Dragon Rush. That's gonna be more than nearly 100% accurate. Thank you to the Home Claws. So yeah, so Altaria's doing pretty well. Took out a Rotom, and now he's going to bring in Sigilif. I know I'm going to be fast. I'm going to go for the Dragon Rush, and I'm going to get the crit, which did matter, but he kind of makes up for it because he had the crit burn at the start. So that kind of makes up. So we're even, and now he's going to bring in Breloom, and I make the stupid play. It's obvious he's going to go for the substitute, so why the fuck did I go for the Sing? And I kind of threw the game away then and there. To be honest, I knew I lost anyway because, he's a Toxic Corbin set. And that he gets another crit, which really didn't matter. And yes, so I knew I kind of lost anyway, but I just thought, fuck it. He's like, come on, stay in so I can see how much a Focus Punch will do. Fairly short of 2-hit KO, and I was like, yeah, to be honest, we don't have any time to lose. It's only going to be 2 turns if it's a 2-hit KO, so just sort of just stay in. So I'm going to wake up first, and I'll go for the knockoff because it's my only damaging move, which is really, really sucky. But to be honest, even the Waterfall wouldn't have broke that thing anyway. So I'm going to go for Focus Punch. It is a 2-hit KO, and I'm like, well, might as well just fuck around, go for the knockoff. So, yeah, anyway, so thank you all for watching. It was a really fun game. I really did enjoy it. Hopefully you enjoyed it too. Whack some comments, whack some likes. The Chris Boyle of a bowler. That did not matter. So, hope you all enjoyed. As I've said, I always can do this little at the end. So, it's getting really interesting there, the battles. So, thank you all for watching. Comment, like, subscribe if you enjoyed. If you did, then, I don't even know what I'm on about anymore. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Goodbye.